These are randomly generated NHL players, and I will be selecting 20 to build my team. For today's challenge, I can only take players on a team that did not qualify for the playoffs this year. After all the choices have been made, we will assemble the team on NHL 25 and simulate through franchise mode with the hopes of winning that Stanley Cup. Playoff teams? We don't like those here. At least not today. I'm gonna start with tenders of the goal. That's not good. Oh boy. I swear we've gotten this exact same one. Hold on. We're gonna need a good... Don't do it to me. Do not do it to me. Thank you, you see what I see, here to save the day. Saros is probably gonna play 87 games this year. And now it is time for defenseman. Amazing. Once again, the last card out here saving the day. The randomizer just wants to scare me with the first two. It's like, huh? Are you gonna get one? You gonna get one? Yeah, here we go. Nope. The Islanders didn't make it this year. Noah Dobson, let's go. The randomizer really is toying with my emotions right now. Can't take any of them. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of playoff teams. Oh my. I'm hoping Joseph is at least high 70s. Maybe he's low 80s. We'll find out. Penultimate defender. Nope. Yup and yup. But do we actually want them is the cue of the day. And which one will be a better overall? I'm assuming Christensen, but... maybe not. Thompson had 10 points in 34 games. Right-handed defenseman. Don't know what the handedness is right now. You know what? We're going Thompson. Defenseman started out great, and then we fell off a cliff. And we are going to continue tumbling down that hill with another 75 overall player. I would say we need some nasty forwards, but once again, I feel like the worse your team is, the better they do. Barclay Goodrow is solid. Obviously would have preferred Connor McMichael, but was not eligible. What are we doing here? What's going on? I suppose we'll go with Podkolzin. Next up, we have Gallagher. No dice. Nope. And yep, we could take Riley Smith. He'll be like mid-80s, I guess, so not too bad. We need a non-playoff stud. Ask and you shall receive. Sidney the Kidney is going to be the cornerstone of this team. That just completely redeemed any doubts I had about this. JT Compher, not horrible. If we can obtain a certified first-line sniper. Well, that sucks. Or wait, no. We literally just got Crosby, and now we get Malkin. That's actually not bad at all. I forgot. For some reason, I'm just so used to Pittsburgh making the playoffs and dusting my Capitals that them not being in is still shocking to me. Thank you, Mr. Malkin. That is not, however, our first-line sniper that we are in desperate need of. Minnesota did squeak in. Well, I don't know if it was much of a squeak. They were a wild card team, right? Either way, no matter what we want to do, we have to take Nick Foligno. Just flying through this draft. Well, we can't go with Sidney. We could take Connor... Is Garland a sniper? Ryan O'Reilly is like a stud, though. Should have a... you know what? Screw it. We're going for Garland. There's a good chance that I come to regret that. But in the off chance that he is a good sniper... I think I would take him over Rory. Matty Beniers, easy peasy. What do we have here? Jared McCann is actually real good. I'm pretty sure he's like 87 overall, or at least he used to be. Maybe not anymore. Either way, he's our newest member. We are already on our penultimate forward. I love that so much. Pettersson. Again, the only one we could take. Probably the one I would have taken anyway. Well, actually, Strome has been on a heater. And he was like 88 overall last time I checked. Pettersson should still be better than that, I think. We're going to have a battle for the center position, that's for sure. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Another centerman? Sure. We will, of course, be adding to our roster Tage Thompson. All right, we're ready to rumble here. All the players have been selected. Let's head over to NHL 25 and assemble said squad. We are here on NHL 25, and your Drummondville Dogs are 85 overall in Division 4. Now, before we get started, I'm sure I've already been ripped a new one, or maybe two new ones, because Riley Smith plays for the Golden Knights. That is a playoff team. However, they have not updated his team or picture on the NHL API. So, I went back and looked, and unfortunately, the two other players, as a part of his randomization, were also playoff teams. So, I had to take a 75 overall. Also, I'm not sure why I thought I could take Podkolzin when he plays for the Oilers, who are clearly in the playoffs. I mean, this video's coming out in a long time, so maybe they won't be by the time this comes out, but they qualified. And there was a player who basically happens to be a 75 AHL player anyway, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm gonna give it a go. Paicha? Anyway, last time I tried that. It doesn't matter what your name is, jabroni. Yeah. For those of you wondering, this team was salary cap compliant. We had about 2 million left, which is shocking considering we're 85 overall. Listen here, Eugene. Team's all yours, pal. Man of the Riz will come in for some scheme fit, but other than that, it's all you. Garland was a sniper, but they want him on the third line. We do get a +4 there, and that will probably change it. No, it won't. That gets even better. Matty Beniers is on the third line for sure. So we got the two-way forward playmaker sniper. Pedersen, would he be a playmaker? He is. Okay, so we got 2 playmakers and a power forward, but I think Tage can score. Let's find out. Worst case Ontario, I could just move Tage down and we get a +4 on the first line with the sniper, +5 on the second line. They'll score goals still. I don't even need to talk to these guys, but this really worries me about defense. It's not that bad. Could have been worse. Dobson, what if I move you down? Still no. All right, we're going to have some conversations to start the year here and hopefully get lucky. And tending the goal, we've got You See What I See, backed up by Alice. You can do it. I don't know if this is going to help us in any way, shape, or form, but I've done it again. We've got a +5 now on the second line. Connor Garland bought in. Defensively, we now have a 0 on the first pair, which is actually crazy because I got to move Montour up. Forgot about that. He said yes to the first line. Dobson wasn't having it, so you're demoted, kid. And with that, a 3-1-3 was born. I will say that Sid the Kid has the most points, and he better get that trophy. What's that one called again? The one he always gets? Is it the Selkie? I don't know. Either way, he better win that trophy. I'll know it when we get there. And he's going to have the most points with 100 flat. I will optimistically say we get 44 dubs and make the playoffs. Let's see how wrong I am. We started off the season with 2 wins and then Washington absolutely beat the wheels off of us. But we got our revenge. We're doing okay. We're sort of in a position where going on a stretch, either way, lots of wins, lots of losses, is going to make a significant difference. Or we can just continue to be mediocre. That works too. I'm getting real close to moving Connor Garland up to the first line. Can't lie to you right now. Yep, I'm doing it. You guys have pushed me to my limit. After I moved him up, this first line was a +3, but then we had a chitty chat and he was all ears. So we are up to a +5 on the first 2 lines. Maybe, just maybe, we'll think about trades. I don't know why. It just feels like it's sort of cheating. Like it feels like it's not my original team that I drafted anymore. Again, we've been through this already where I said, yeah, I guess at least you're trading the players you drafted to get a new one, but still, just cancel the season. We reek. It's definitely all those 75 overall players that are killing us. If we could have had just like 80s, you know, think it would have been much better. All right, fine. We'll go into the deadline. Listen here, Wotherspoon. We'll see if there's any trades, any players that pique our interest. I would like, I think, to trade Tage for a first-line sniper. Will there be any first-line snipers is the question. Yes, there is. Adrian Kempe. All right. Let's see if we can make a deal here. Actually, we got to be quick with it. Scratch that. He is clause protected. So, not gonna happen. This guy could be a sniper for us. Dylan Genther. They don't want to get rid of him, but I'll still try. This is approved 1-for-1 Tage Thompson. We're also freeing up a lot of cap space by doing this. He is 89 overall, so we're downgrading by 1. Let's try to throw in a depth player here, like maybe a Kraus. I have a feeling they're gonna say that we're getting finessed, but let's see. Propose the trade. Oh, no, it's just a done deal. Nice, we take that. That actually helps our team quite a bit. Defensively, we're still not great, but we do have good chemistry there at least. So you know what? I think we're done with that. We got our first line sniper. Yeah, I was debating on trading Saros for a lesser goaltender and some depth defensemen, but it is what it is. Lines have been updated. Conversations have been had. Genther is now a first-line sniper up here for us. We got a +5, 4, 2, and 1, so it's all green. Defensively, we still have the 3-1-3. Cormier's up to 77. We're seeing some growth, which is nice. And we still got You See What I See in the net, who has an 884 save percentage. I should have traded him. The trades at the deadline would probably help more so if we're floating around 500 to give us that extra push, but I think this team is just buns. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be for the Drummondville Dogs. We tried, but we did not succeed. I might as well sim up to the Stanley Cup Final anyway. The Stanley Cup Final is between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers, which is a potential round 2 matchup this year. Could be happening right now. We finished dead last in our division with 78 points. Definitely not a season to remember. President's Trophy goes to the Edmonton Oilers. Let's see if it was the top 16 teams or if anybody got finessed The Jets sure did. Crosby's probably fuming. He must have passed off a puck and just hoped that there was no goal scored as a result, because I'm sure he would have liked to have 87 points. Yeah, this team just did not perform. Montour sure did. 63 from a defenseman. We take that. How does this happen? He played 21 games and he had a 910 save percentage. You see, I'm done with you. You know what, Saros? We are through. Stewie Decimal System had the most wins with 44. He had a 910 while he was at it. 923 from Freddie down here through 60 games. Let's play a game called Who Leads Defenseman. It is Cale Makar, 97 points. Quinn Hughes was the next closest with 73. Closest is a bit of a stretch. Your Art Ross winner is going to be Connor McDusty. He had 122 this season. The Rocket Richard looks like it could be a tie between Pappy and Nate Dogg. Yes, it is. Nikita Kucherov was so close. He had 58 tucks, 116 points.
You kidding me?
One day at a time as I sit here mashing X and try to keep it entertaining. Florida Panthers take a 1-0 series lead. Toronto ties it up, so we got a best of 5 on our hands. And we have a 2-1 series lead for Florida. They won their first game on the road, their second game on the road, and they dust the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bobrovsky played phenomenal in the playoffs, just shy of a 920. He had 16 wins, obviously. That's how much it takes to win a Stanley Cup. Joseph Wall played well as well. Wonderwall, if you will. Although they are going with Stellars, IRL. Defensively, we got Seth Jones leading the charge. 19 points in 23 games. Morgan Riley had 14 in 20, but really not too much for defensemen here. This is nuts. Sebastian Aho, not even in the Stanley Cup final, had the most points with 26. His line mate Svechnikov had one less, second most in the league, and Jesper Bratt had the same amount of games played and points as Svechnikov, and he was also +2 better. But I believe the Conn Smythe will be going to Sasha. Art Hart combo intact with Connor McDavid. Cale Makar Norris, no surprise there. Lady Bing to Marnsey. Gauthier gets the Calder. Barkov is awarded the Conn Smythe. Freddie Anderson gets the Vezina and the Jennings. Pellick with the Bill Masterton. Spencer Carberry with the Jack Adams. I hope he gets that in real life as well. Sidney the Kidney with the Selkie. Let's go. We're not completely empty-handed. Ted Lindsay to McDavid, and as we saw, the Rocket Richard is a split with Nate Dogg and Austin Matthews. Here is your dogless playoff tree. Unfortunately, it didn't go very well for us, but it was worth a shot. If you have any choose any or draft ideas, video ideas in general, I'm all ears, so go ahead, let me know down below, and if you could subscribe, that would be sick. Still no Stanley Cup.